What's up, everyone? And before I start the video, I'd like you to just sit and think of what's the healthiest snack you could ever eat. I'll give you a second. Alright, if you said Gushers, you're completely wrong. I don't know why you'd ever say that, but you're wrong. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, all of you, as a kid, probably remember Gushers as being the quote unquote fruit snack, you know. And I don't think any of you should lie. I don't think I will lie. Gushers were amazing. Gushers, if you saw them in the pantry, you were good for a whole night. You were eating the whole box, like me. But in your 12-year-old mind, you really didn't know the everlasting effects on what could really happen to your health. And that's why I'm here to explain why Gushers are probably one of the worst things in the store right now. After I went through everything, it ranks very low health wise, which can be seen probably with the sugar contents, the synthetic dyes, the refined sugars, which we're all going to get into today. Starting off with the sugar contents, one of my favorite subjects. If you saw the last video, the sugar contents in Gushers. So 6 Gushers come in one pack. I I won't even lie. I bought a box of Gushers just to read over the nutrition facts. I did eat them. Okay, okay. I did eat. I won't be a hypocrite. I did eat them because they're good. But if they're good, doesn't mean they're good for you. You know what I'm saying? But one pack of Gushers equaled 1 gram of fat, half a gram of saturated fat, 40 milligrams of sodium, and then 18 grams of total carbohydrates with 10 total grams of total sugars. Now I want to stop there at the sugars. 10 grams of sugar per pouch. Now, you're a liar if you say you open a box of Gushers and take only one pouch, because that's a lie. Nobody does that. I definitely took more than one. However, one pouch of Gushers, which is 6 Gushers, equals 1/3 of your what should be your sugar content for the day. 1/3 gone right there in about 30 seconds of 6 little fruit snacks. Gone. Just like that. Now, if you're one to be watching what you eat, you probably aren't eating Gushers. But who aren't really watching what they eat, still, this is not the fruit for you, quote unquote. But in a whole, if you just eat just 3 pouches, that's what your average intake should be per day. Now, this isn't according to me. This is according to many international health organizations, like the World Health Organization, the American Heart Association. These they do a greatly lot more research than I do. Trust me. I'm just a kid with a laptop, headset, and a box of Gushers. That's all the research I have. However, I'm at least informed enough to tell you that this sugar content is going to lead to obesity, increased cardiovascular uh, uh, you know, increased, you know, gut, gut diseases, and overall, you shouldn't. Just for that fact, you shouldn't eat them, even though there's already 3 more factors lined up with these tasty lab flavored treats. Next on the agenda, the ingredients. And there's a lot. There is a lot of ingredients. It takes up maybe a third of the side of the box. But starting off, corn syrup. Now, corn syrup is um part of sugar that they use, which isn't which is kind of a refined factory made sugar. It's not your sugarcane sugar, which is a bit more natural, and it's not as neither are good. Sugars aren't good. Well, I just lied because fruits have sugars, but that's besides the point. High amounts of sugars, no good. Here, I'll correct myself. But getting further into the box of these magically flavored fruit snacks, we have carcinogens. Now, carcinogens, minimal research, but they have some health concern with your gut micro, uh, whatever bacteria. Um, and it has been speculated to increase your risk of breast cancer, which nobody wants. It's not a good thing. And then going further down into the depths of the ingredients, the synthetic food coloring. If you watched my last video, you know my hatred of food coloring because it's not necessary. We've seen many other countries go without using this. And it look as colorful? No. Will it kill you in 5 years? No. Theirs won't. Ours? Who knows? But them using these food colorings and all these children, you know, children like they're the audience. Directed audience, children with gushers. Just look at the box. Blue, green. Like when I saw this, I knew I had to get it. I was like, "Whoa, it's pretty cool." But these food colorings like red 40, blue 1, yellow 6, yellow 5 all disrupt the child attention, which obviously we blame it on ADHD now, which is pretty weird how many children the ADHD diagnosis have been ramping up. You know, it's also been ramping up in our foods, synthetic dyes, which there has been conclusive evidence and research done, not by me, but professionals. And going further down, we have minoglycerates, which increases your risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, is suspected of disrupting the gut flora, and can lead to increased risk of autoimmune, which this is according to other researches. This is not according to me. However, done professionally and also from the rampant, diseases, heart diseases, gut diseases, obesity, we could see why. After being fed all these, you know, lab synthetic foods and snacks, we can see why our country has been developing all these and has been going drastically downhill from take 50 years ago. 50 years ago, our world was completely different. Completely different and completely more safe instead of today. Today, I have to go in the grocery store and scan all the items I buy just to see if it won't harm me. But it's just crazy. And a little side note, they're owned by General Mills, and General Mills owns pretty much all the you know, uh, all the snacks on the shelves, which gives them a little bit of a monopoly to do pretty much whatever they want, whenever they want, with the foods that we are eating, our parents are eating, what we're feeding to our kids, our youth. Our youth are eating this. and we're fine with it. We don't do anything. We don't do anything about the red, blue, orange, green, purple little poison tablets that are filled with gushing amount of lab grown synthetic goo. I just think me being hypocritical and eating them, it is well known. They're very good, but not good for you. I'll see you later, folks, in the next video. Peace out.